Hello everybody, this is Gruesome Fox coming at you with a 600 cost match here in the Dijeh Assault package. This is going to be a basic match here, and we're going to be on Mass Driver Facility. And the Dijeh Assault package is a mobile suit that I was able to acquire as part of one of my free drops, which GBO2 has been very generous recently about giving me the UC Engage suits. Recently I've gotten the Gundam Engage Zero, the booster. That's another suit that I recently made a video on. And also I was able to get the Roswell Jagan and the, which one is it? The level 2 variant of the Mushika. So I've really been gathering a lot of these UC Engage suits, which is really fun, as these are a lot of suits that I have really been wanting to try for a long time now. And the Dijeh Assault package here is no exception to that. But the reasoning behind why I find this suit so interesting is not necessarily, yes, it is part of the suit itself, but the reason is because of its transfer from UC Engage to GBO2. They kind of changed some things with it, especially with its primary weapons. Now, in GBO2, you probably know that this weapon does use its own version of the Clay Bazooka, as well as a pair of double beam sabers. But this isn't the case in UC Engage. In that game, it just uses the standard Hyakushiki beam rifle and the beam Naginata. Now, my only theories to this is maybe with the beam Naginata, since the suit does have a lot more bulk to it, I think maybe the beam Naginata may have had issues with its melee pattern. That's really the only reason I could think for that one. And with the bazooka, the Clay Bazooka, I think the reasoning behind that is that they did want to have the suit be more focused on ballistics, as you have a full ballistic arsenal. You have not a single beam weapon whatsoever with this suit, so I think they did want to make it more focused on ballistic, and I think they also wanted to make it more unique from the Dijeh variants we already have, as pretty much all of them use the Hyakushiki beam rifle as their default primary. The only one that I believe doesn't use it is the Char's Dijeh, which has its own variation of the Karadoga beam rifle. Or I should say the beam machine gun. So, yeah, I think they also wanted to make this version of the suit more unique. But really, overall, the changes that they made are actually really nice, because the bazooka is a really hard-hitting weapon. You'll see a couple times I do like over 3,000 damage to generals. And the melee pattern that the beam saber has, I say melee pattern, you do only get one swing with this suit, but the downswing pattern that you get for it is a really nice downswing, so pretty easy to hit, which I feel like compared to the default Dijeh's downswing, that version could probably be a bit harder to hit depending on what angle you're at. Obviously, having two beam sabers, you are going to have a lot more range to work with. But with the skills that this suit has, you are able to go straight into your melee, so you can do a pretty standard bazooka stun into melee, which is really nice. Some of your other weapons you get with this suit too is that you do get a pair of head-mounted Vulcans, pretty standard for the Dijeh variations. You also get a Clay Bazooka. You get an alternate Clay Bazooka, where this one fires the shrapnel shells, which is basically a shotgun bazooka. You do have 2 rounds with this, and they do all the standard things. They get a stun and are able to punch through maneuver armor, so really good if you're trying to deal with those pesky raids who are trying to chase after you. And then you also have 2 types of missiles with this suit as well. You have incendiary missiles, which, as the name suggests, these do... actually, no, I actually missed a weapon. You do have the shoulder rockets. I should actually bring that up first. Yeah, you have a shoulder rocket that is an instant stun, so not only do you have the bazooka, but you have a second instant stun weapon as well. And then you also have the shoulder missile pod incendiary. These are barrage-firing missiles. You can fire them while moving, and as you can see, they do cause incendiary damage. So not only are they good for just trying to deal damage to somebody, you are going to have the added chip damage that the incendiary is going to do. And then you have the napalm. Those are in the knees, actually, so you have to stop to fire the knee napalm. But this is a similar napalm like the Zissa uses, which is already a really good weapon for a support to have. Again, it's really good at getting stuns if you're able to catch somebody in it, so really, you just have a lot of really neat stun options when it comes to the Dijeh Assault package here. And I can definitely see when the suit released why people were so fond of it. Even now, I still think people are fond of it. I don't think the suit really fell or anything in terms of its performance. It still feels like a really nice support to use. So, yeah, really nice suit. I actually was also kind of lucky to get this match too, because right when I got this, it actually had just changed to 600 cost right when I was about to hop off the game for the day. And I saw it was 600, and I'm like, oh, well, you know what? I got this Dijeh assault package that I need to try out, so why not try to get a round in it and see how it goes? Which, yeah, this is my first match using this suit, and yeah, it went extremely well. I actually do really like this suit a lot. Especially for the way it plays too, as it's not really a traditional like long-range support. It is meant to be more of a barrage-like suppression suit with the multiple missiles and everything they give you. But even then, I feel like at close range, it's still a pretty formidable opponent, because you do have again, like you can go straight into your melee, and you do some decent damage with those dual beam sabers. And then you also have you have the shrapnel bazooka, you have the napalms, you have quite a bit you can use in close range scenarios to really kind of give you the edge. So, yeah, really nice close to mid-range suit that I'm finding. Try to get the napalms on this Riggsy custom, but they're going to boost out of the way. Luckily for me, they did have, probably not broken legs, but maybe near broken legs, so I was able to finish them off. The only real flaw I guess I can say about the suit is that the incendiary missiles, their damage is low, but I do kind of understand why they're so low, because again, with everything else that this suit's kit gives you, I don't even necessarily think the incendiary missiles are even bad by any means. I think just in compared to everything else that this suit's kit gets, it does definitely feel like it is maybe the most lackluster of weapons, but it still does its job perfectly, so in the end of the day, I really cannot complain. There's an Anksha in Ashimar colors, which has actually been a very common sight I've been seeing with the Anksha recently. It seems a lot more players are really painting that thing in the Ashimar colors, which is very fitting. The colors do look really nice on it. Right now, just sitting on top of a building, trying to find my next targets. Especially want to stay on the mountains as well. Oh, you can also boost while you're in midair. That's also a really nice thing about this suit. But, yeah. Just trying to see what we can do here. We are on the last few seconds of the match here, and I do see that the enemy team is starting to move from their base. So, yeah, right now just trying to lay down some suppressive fire. Unfortunately, my incendiary missiles did hit the corner of the building there. But, as you can see, you have a lot of the incendiary missiles to work with. That's another really high strength of this suit, is just the ammo capacity you get is just ridiculous. So, yeah, really, I keep saying it's a really nice suit. Honestly, if you ask me, I probably would say this is one of the best 600 supports I've actually played in a long while. Last one I could really give that title to was the Gera Zulu Angelo, I think. Real quick, gonna look at the end of the match here. Top in individual, and gonna send a few praises around to my other teammates. And first place overall with 8 kills and 2 loss. First place in individual. Also first place in pursuit assists as well. So, yeah, not too shabby for the first match here using the Dijeh assault package. As I mentioned, just feels like a really nice suit overall. Definitely one that I think is worth owning and worth using. The suit also got a level 2 recently, along with when the level 2 Mashika was introduced. So, I'd be very interested to see how this suit performs at 650. Because again, the kit is really, really good. So I think at 650, it could probably have a chance of holding its own. But I'll have to wait till I get that version to really test it myself. But, yeah, that's really going to be the end of this video here. I don't have too much else to say aside from, well, the Dijeh Assault Pack is good. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Dijeh Assault Package. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later. I'm adding this little section at the end of the video here, just wanting to do a little brief touch-up on everything that's going to be coming from the 6th anniversary events, at least the big things, mainly just the new mobile suits that we are going to be getting. The most notable one is going to be that we are getting the Z Gundam from Halfway's Flash. It is going to be our first 5-star mobile suit, and it's also going to be a 700 cost general as well, so Going to be interesting to see what a 5-star mobile suit is going to be capable of. We are also going to be getting Makuve's Goof as part of the limited missions. That's going to be for round 4, which even though I personally think the suit design is ugly for Makuve's Goof, it is going to be a 300 and 350 cost raid. They're giving us both the level 1 and 2, so I am at least going to be interested to see how they try to separate it from the standard Goof. And then finally, we are going to be getting another UC Engage suit, which is going to be the Slithrail. That's going to be a 350 cost general, and it's the best way I think I can describe it. It's a very melee-oriented ground Gundam. It does have a very cool design as well. A lot of this information you can find on the official GBO2 website. They do have a few different posts that kind of goes over all of this. And also, just one more thing to bring up is that we are going to be getting updates to the simulator. Yeah, we're finally getting the Big Zam as a boss mission, so, yeah, lots to look forward here in the coming anniversary.